Authority, defend yourself immediately. They're laughing at you. Come on, operator, tell them to stop. This is serious. Ha ha, officer's lost his badge. Ha ha, like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge. Jules Prideaux. He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically. Oh, god damn it. Is he kidding? The whole station's going to be dicked for this. Satellite Officer Vicomar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over. Mullen dictators. Can't we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with it. Hey, report your badge missing, 30 XP, level up, new task, track down your badge. 10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over. F me, Mac. Come here, you've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge. I was unconscious in a hotel room for 3 days, naked. It's not that hard a thing to misplace, I'm sure. Mac Torson, what's going on? Supercop here lost his badge. He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn badge. Will you all please stop saying lost his badge for a moment? Enough with this now. I've got other things to discuss. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over. The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you. New heights even for Captain Sober. Ask him. The speaker gasps for air. I think they're laughing at me. Ask him if he lost his gun too. The room roars with laughter. Sergeant Torson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over. Oh god, it's not here. Check your pockets. Check your... Holy F, you don't know where it is, do you? Oh god, it's not here. Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone. 10-9, come in, officer. Do you get my question? We're wondering about your gun. Over. Drama, medium. Convince them that you didn't lose your gun. 58%. Easy. Fail. No, of course I didn't lose my gun. Gun? F it. I didn't lose my gun. Even before you can get the words out, everything goes scrambled in your brain. He says he didn't lose his gun, or his fun, whatever that means. Ask him to describe it. His gun, not his fun. Just the gun will do. Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over. Oh well, let's describe the plasma gun. I could ask my partner what he's packing. Got flared cooling vents along the front and hydrogen flasks sticking out too. 10-9, come again please. Over. It's got a magnetic accelerator, an arc that accelerates the energized ball of periwinkle blue hydrogen-based plasma to near light speed. I'm going to need to put you on speaker for a second. Over. In contact, it detonates with the power of a dying star, raising every living thing from existence. Oh, and did I mention it's dripping with sexy blue plasma? The officer is describing his genitalia in exaggerated terms. Over. A host in heaven. Did he lose his gun and his mind? Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh my, I can't. The man succumbs to laughter again. This isn't really a laughing matter. Mac can face the giant of Coco Nur by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants. Oh, I can't. He lost his... Ask him if he still has his wiener. I'm not going to. Ask him. Sergeant Torson here is wondering if you're still in possession of your genitalia. Over. I left it at his mama's after ass all night. Tell him that. That's a negative. Not going to say that. Over. What's he saying? Share with the class. He said he sodomized your mother. The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got. Sure vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate? Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking about. Tell him to apologise right now. Sergeant Torson requests that you apologise for the claims you made about his mother. Over. Hey, if you don't like the fallout, maybe don't F with the Firewalker. Mac, he says maybe you shouldn't have antagonised the Firewalker in the first place. Who? The disbelief in Vicamar's voice is overwhelming. Satellite Officer Vic Firewalker. I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater, sir. Firewater? He's lost it. F it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters. Satellite Officer. I heard him and I'm on it. Track down your gun. 10-4 affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm. They're static. Oh God, the man is fighting back tears. Officer, do you need further assistance? Whew, that was a lot of text. That made you laugh out loud so hard. I am in dire need of financial assistance. 10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but... Jean Vicamar. What does he want now? He's asking for money. Is he kidding? I don't think he is. Give that asshole... Don't give that asshole anything. He's just going to drink it all. Experience gained. All right. The operator turns back to you. That's the negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. It's paramount to the investigation that you grant me more money. He says it's important to the case. He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that. Request denied, sir. Over. Okay, I heard you. No funds. Let's have a look. This might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss. Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over. Success. Wait, before you say anything stupid, think it through. What's there to think about? You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone. He's not. 10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question. The radio operator inquires again. Are you alone in the room? I need some confidential information about myself. I want to know if you got my badge's description right in your report. Could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth. That's a good one. Let's go with that one. What? What is it? He's still on the line? He wants to verify the information on his badge. But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force. Tell him to stop wasting time. What do you need, sir? Over? I could do this. It did. My rhetoric told myself to... That sounds weird to say. To ask about it. Are you alone? That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 visitors present here. Over. Have I ever told you about my life before the RCM? 10-4. Well, that's... Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work? He asked if he ever told me about his days before joining the RCM. For God's sake, cut this shit out. Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn policeman for a change. Sir, Silence Officer Vickermer says, I heard him. Any news about my family? Excuse me, sir? Over? You probably don't want to continue on this road. Nothing, never mind. That could open up some dark secrets. Sometimes when your psyche tells you things like that, it's because you've hidden some bit of information away from your past that's hurtful and you don't want to know. Not that you shouldn't actually find out. Okay, let's wrap this up. Transmission completed, standing by. Close the... Oh, pick up the radio again. Alice, this is Firewalker. Reconnect me to the 41st. She sighs. Hold, please, hold on. Oh, no, that's not the 41st. I just need Alice. I just need Alice for this bit. I need you to connect me to a civilian, Sylvie. She may have reported a murder. Of course. What's the number, officer? Kim, didn't Garty give you Sylvie's number? Yes, hold on. Lieutenant takes a look at his notes. The number is... Continue. Received. Hold on, officer. We're on hold. Wait patiently. Start slapping a marching rhythm on your thighs. Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. It takes a bit to get to the phone. Officer, she finally returns. I have Sylvie Malaika on the phone for you. Ah. Yes, hello. A female voice greets you through static. It sounds like she's a million miles from here. Hello, this is the police calling. I have some questions for you about your last days at work. Sylvie, I believe we met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirling in Rags. Oh, right. She recognized your voice almost immediately. Hello, officer. What can I do for you? Success. There is no resentment in her tone. Good stuff. Considering we woke up drunk and naked in a hotel room, that's a really good sign. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it. I'm not so sure. Have you seen my badge? You quit your job at the Whirling. Why? I mean, why did I leave the bar? You can hear her tense up on the other side. Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing with you, sir. Why not? Alright, I won't push you on this. Are you ever coming back to work? Did you leave because of Garty? What? She stops abruptly. No, why would you even think that? He told me he asked you out. Are you saying it didn't happen? So you do agree that quitting your job just because... Alright, no. Please don't bring Garty into this. It's none of your business. Oh, that's not good. I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again. Have you seen my badge? Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law. This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl's seems to have been important to you in the past. Don't go there again. My badge is missing. Have you seen it anywhere? No, I haven't. Sorry. Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? This is my composure telling me this. Not my uniform too. God, I really should look into that. Kim doesn't have a uniform and he seems real to me. Yes, let's talk back to let's convince my composure that this isn't, the composure's wrong. He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is. Do you want to grab a cup of coffee with me sometime? Oh, no, absolutely. That was not good. Was it you who called the police? No, not me. But why didn't you call? Didn't the cops behind your workplace bother you? What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the cops. What does this union have to do with anything? No one calls the police. You can hear her adjust the receiver in her hand. The union would get angry. What do you mean by that? You know, she seems to be looking for words. What the union says goes. People listen to them, and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. Wait, Kim, lower your microphone. Is she speaking the truth? The union is the law around here? Legally, no. In reality, yes. He looks around. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock workers union. Tell me, why exactly did you let a cops hang in your own backyard for weeks instead of calling us? I didn't want to get into trouble with the others. Push her further. Show her the error of her ways. This is my authority talking. What others? The other people who live around here. Local people. I didn't want to trouble. What trouble? You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the union, internally. You hear static. A chin rubs against the receiver. Then, please, I just didn't want any trouble. I see. Don't worry about it. I understand. You do? She sounds relieved. What else can I do for you? Do you know who made that call? No, sorry, I don't. She clears her throat. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the union's phone or the one on the coast. Logic. So the union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it. Kim. It was someone else. The lieutenant makes a note. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while. Okay, next question. I don't want to ask these questions. These are not good. I think I've got everything I... There's this worry of, if I don't ask it, am I missing out on something? If I do ask it, does it drive me mad? I don't think she'll have seen my gun. Why would I have pulled the gun out on her? I won't know. I'm not going to ask that. I think I've got everything I need. Could ask about the uniform. Uniform? I never saw you in a uniform. You had your things on. The disco things. Disco things. Cool. Thanks. I've got everything I need. Why does she seem angry with me? That's not a good chance. Let's try it, though. Let's try it. Failure. No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy, like Gart. Yeah, it's definitely some other guy. Okay, but I'm a guy. Sure it isn't about me? Trust me, says Empathy. Trust me, you wouldn't want to be you wouldn't want to be the guy here. You know how it is. Yak, yak, nag, nag. No, you're the guy. You're Lieutenant Love. Matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out lest she turns into a spinster. Yeah, she's a woman. Probably just playing hardball with the goods. Women are just transactional. I'm happy to help, but maybe I could do so without all this internalized misogyny. What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are. Can't a man be honest in his own head anymore? You have to act, Lieutenant Love. You have to calm that hysteric down. Tell it you've got everything under control, then go and have a little boys' talk with Gart himself. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love? Kim, to the microphone. Are you still there, kiddo? Listen, I've got everything under control. Daddy's going to take you on his lap, little darling. Do I say that? Refuse the love quest, although it's wonderful. I'm going to refuse the love quest because that's going to make things bad. You're just a gimp. What, you want to be more empathetic? Alice, call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer? Ignore Alice and press the button labelled save. Cooper's Kanema. As always, it's DJs Mesh and Flacio. You're listening to Speed Freaks FM, bringing you the hottest, the nastiest, the most vulgar, Kim. Right away, the lieutenant reaches into the cabin and turns off the radio. He's not looking at you as he says, someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe it picked up a random frequency. You wanted the prime line, right? Speed Freaks FM, huh? Look him in the eye. Oh, is that what it was called? He's trying hard to act surprised. Right, you don't want to get into this. No problem. Nothing to get into, really. But sure, let's focus on the important things. He pats the motor carriage. Okay, let's. I'm done with the radio. that was a load of fun. Do I eat Hanuta? What's Hanuta? Close the door. I've heard of Hanuka honey from New Zealand, but I've never heard of Hanuta. It's not like Nutella, is it? I'm just going on the nut thing. Right, I think... Let's have a look at the tasks. Let's have a look at our items. Oh, is that... Oh, we've got a level up. Right. I wonder if I should have spent some of these things before I actually... Can I pick up... I can't pick up any of these yet. I've got a skill point, so I can put it in one of these. I don't want to get anything too far out of balanced. I wonder if I should put Psyche up one. Physique. Let's put Psyche up. Let's keep it all balanced. Can I add to that? Can I not? I thought I could add a skill point. Skill points 1. Your capacity to reason. Or do I put it into one of these? Oh, maybe I put it into these. Okay. What's volition? Hold yourself together. Keep your morale up. That doesn't sound like a bad... Oh, I've got one in that. Right, I see how this is working. Hunches and gut feelings. Empathy. Understand others. Work your authority. Suggestions. Charm men and women. Play the puppet master. There was a few I liked. Drama. Play the actor. Lie and detect lies. Let's... Oh, I've already got points in that, though. Oh, let's go with that. I quite like that. No? Can I not? Ah, that's how we do it. Right. Great. Great. I think that's it, yeah? What have we got? No new clothes. I'm still going around with gardening gloves on. +1 interfacing. I don't think there's any penalty for talking to people with them on. Tasks. I've got to pay for damage. Get a reality lowdown. Oh, I can ask the gardener, and I'm going to open that trash container. This is what I was doing. Right. Let's talk to this truck driver guy, because there was a truck reversed into that place.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
Is that a song we recognise? Tommy Lehom. Tommy the Man. The man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he goes. Conceptualization. A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes. I am the law.
Yes, you are, my man.
He nods emphatically. What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
He motions towards a sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture. What's the jam?
Traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
Okay, nice.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
He glances south down the road. Upon days. Limbo, huh? So that's where I am. How long have you been here?
Feels near forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Continue. Drama. Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak. Or he just likes unusual words. Or both. Let's go with this. I dig your style, man.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
He snickers in appreciation of the digging of his style.
So tell me, what do you need?
Got any smokes on you? He's smoking. Nope, don't smoke. He's smoking a cigarette. He nods towards the big lorry behind him. Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse, or waiting for the sweet release of death. Perception. Failure. Yep, nothing wrong with that statement. Your senses have nothing to add. You'll have to ask around elsewhere. My perception has failed to spot that he is smoking a cigarette. That's how perceptive I am. Hanuta is a German sweet. Basically, it's chocolate between baked waffles. That sounds nice. Is it a bit like those Dutch stroop waffles, which have like the caramel in between them, but chocolatey instead? That does sound nice. Guess I'll ask around then. Tell me more about this strike. It's like whatever's going over at the docks, work has got a blockade set up, making demands. No way in or out. What's the union demanding? Some pretty wild stuff I hear, like a giant new power crane and half the company. I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town too, like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up, precise demands and so on. Ah yes, from the Wild Pines, he takes note. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure. What do you think the company wants? They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. He makes a ka-ching sound. Rhetoric. He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side either, that's for sure. Anything else I should know? Anything else? He thinks, yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. All of who? Us lorry drivers. Camioneers. A few still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off elsewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. He smiles awkwardly. Not that I blame him, really. Not you? Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing. Glances down the road towards the horizon. A glint of something in his eyes. Are those tattoos he's got, or just some fancy shirt? Electrochemistry. What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get to the next one. Composure. He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior. Empathy. Formidable. Maybe I should have put skills in empathy, because I'm getting a lot of those to roll, and they're almost impossible. What are you hauling, anyway? Oh, high-grade narcotics, legal firearms, stuff like that. Relax, he's merely joking. You're under arrest. Wicked, I've always wanted a friend in the underworld. Ha, no, I'm joking, my man. He grins. Fallen runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. Tracksuits in a barrel. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Ilmaran market lately. So nothing illegal then. That's your machine behind you? Or could I get one of those foul tracksuits you're hauling? We're pals and all, but I can't just really hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy. So that's your machine? This rocking beauty? He points at the lorry with his thumb. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery? A motor lorry, also called a camion on Kalu and neighbouring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of a Fallon rust bucket. Maybe the A6? Interested? Not really. I just asked because, I don't know, must be a cop reflex. That's a Fallon A6 you got there? Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. He gives the side of the lorry a friendly knock. Me and her spent a long time together. Right, I had another question. You know anything about the dead man, the one hanging behind the hostel there? He ain't one of us drivers, I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here, keep him busy. It's easy to see he's telling the truth. That was a success, so we know he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff. Busy? With what? Analysing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs. And your conclusions? A sense of surprise. There ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. I'm good for now. Good talk. Don't be a stranger. He gives a salute with 2 fingers. Curious. I don't think it was terribly informative. I need to ask her what she was doing in that greenhouse.
Hello again, officer.
Tell me what exactly have you been doing in your greenhouse in March? Well, she points to a wheelbarrow, surprised at the question. This might be the last snow we get. At least, I hope so. Snow has nutrients in it, helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told me. She smiles shyly. You think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow. The grandma is a bit too much. Visual calculus, medium. Squint your eyes and look at her intently. Failed. All you can see is the fact that their skin is a different colour from yours. That's literally all. You're going to have to run with that. You're black. That's never a good thing to say. Ever. Especially coming from a white policeman. The gardener. What does that mean? She doesn't flinch. So what kind of music do you listen to nowadays? I don't know. She looks around, whatever's on the radio, I guess. What does this have to do with snow or gardening in March? Do you listen to disco? I'm going to say no. Shame. We should probably proceed with our business in Martinez, the lieutenant interrupts her, turning to you. Unless you didn't have any more official questions. I have to run. Leave. A wheelbarrow full of snow and a greenhouse. That doesn't sound like a likely story, I've got to say. Anyway, I need the keys to that trash thing around the back. Do I want to hear a dark joke? It depends how dark it is. Most people settle for bed after 2100 or not long after. A night, something about the streets. Oh, there's a guy coming. Well, it's midday, I suppose. Is that a beer bottle? A bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. Electrochemistry. That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? Pretty long. It's drink o'clock. Attaboy. It's coming back to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there. Not thinking about drinking all that time. It was like you weren't yourself. I've been secretly thinking about it all this time. Actually, should I be thinking about this? It looks like drinking hasn't turned out too well for me. Now that you mention it, I do need a rum and a lemonade. I'd love for Gart to serve me up a beverage. Yeah, actually, should I be thinking about this? Maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking. Have you ever thought about that? Get a goddamn rum and lemonade into yourself, boy. Or better yet, lick that stain off the counter. Don't lick it. What happened, man? You used to be cool. Get your boring normal person drink then. New task, find booze and drink it. It would go well with those cigarettes. That's a great combination. Yeah, I don't think my psyche is in any state to be advising me what to do. Who won the Tour de France in 1940? The 7th Panzer Division? That's a pretty dark joke. Sleeping dock worker. A man is sleeping at the table wearing mud-caked boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree. Interfacing. Success. A colourful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch. Sleeping dock worker on the counter. Rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache pills. Physical instrument challenging. Wake him up. Oh, wake him up. Pick up the pills. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does. He's asleep. Tutorial agent. You've just picked up medicine. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen. Above your character portrait, click on the plus icon to heal your morale if you have morale damage. I do have morale damage, and I fear that I could die from it. Inspect the piece of plastic on his carabiner. It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Physical instrument, wake him up. Steal the dock worker's ID. Ka-ching! Your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring-loaded gate. The metal loop holds a plastic ID and a leather-bound pocketbook. And the man? The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick. Does the lieutenant see me? No, he's looking the other way, perhaps purposefully. Steal the document. I'll swipe through the pocketbook and take what's inside. I got $5. Excellent. You find a black paper note with a woman's profile on it. Seems like this woman lived centuries ago. The note says 5 real. It feels nice and greasy. Oh, it's a note. It's a money note. Okay. Yum yum, money. Think of all the things you can buy with this. The synapses in your brain fire with glee. Steal a document. Item gained, dock worker shift card. You slip the plastic ID card out the loop and pocket it. The man continues to snore. Just for the record, you look nothing like the man of the document. That's true. We can fix that. The sleeping dock worker had little to say about your actions. He remains silent. Let's do it. Failed. Okay. Locked. Leave. We can come back later. Hey Hangmanine, welcome back. How's it going so far? It's good. It's quite good. I'm enjoying this.